Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing. Let's see, it's Thursday, June the 30th, the official end of the second quarter. It's the official end of QE2 with no sign of QE3 on the horizon. My name is Ken Shreve. I'm going to be your host today. The number to use to get through to talk to me, if you so choose, have a question about an individual stock, just give me a call at 877-927-6648. A reminder, my show airs every Tuesday and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern. If you're at a PC listening to the show at home, you can tune into Channel 1 and Tiger TV and take a look at charts that I'm talking about live. You can also get the show anytime on iTunes. Another way to listen to all TFNN programming is with your smartphone. Easy enough. Just type in tfnn.mobi and you can listen to the live stream 24/7. I currently own 9 stocks in my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. I launched Ultimate Growth Stocks about 7 weeks ago at tfnn.com. It's a growth stock newsletter. You can get a 2-week trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks. You'll find me right in the carousel on the home page, or you can click on newsletters at the top of the home page and then click on investment newsletters. Read about Ultimate Growth Stocks, read about my stock selection strategy. The model portfolio has been doing well, of course, in recent weeks. And again, I own 9 stocks right now. I took profits in 2 stocks yesterday, took some quick short-term gains. Typically, I have a longer holding period for stocks, but it really depends on the type of stock I'm buying. I do have some aggressive growth names, higher beta names in Ultimate Growth Stocks. In this type of market, we're in the summertime. There's obviously not a lot of volume in the market. If I get quick gains in the span of 2 to 3 weeks, I'm more prone probably to take some profits rather than hold on and run the risk of letting those profits fade away. So took profits in 2 stocks yesterday. I also initiated a new position today, so I have been busy buying. Again, check out a trial to Ultimate Growth Stocks right on the homepage of TFNN. Let's take a look at where we're at with the market. Another solid day for the market, holding near session highs. The Dow is up about 129 points or so, just over 1% to 12,390. The NASDAQ up close to 31 points, just over 1.1% to 2771, and the S&P 500 up nearly 11 points, underperforming a little bit, up 0.8% to 1318. Taking a look at a chart of the S&P 500 right now, well, so much for the 50-day moving average turning into resistance. The S&P 500 continues It is trading above its 50-day line now. Really, the next resistance level for the S&P 500 is going to be 1345, right in this level here. It still has another, say, 20-25 points to go to get to that level. But we're looking at the S&P 500 up 8 days out of the past 11. I don't think anybody would be surprised to see a little bit of selling pressure come in to the market at this point, but certainly the market trend is up. We've talked about the fact in recent shows that we have not seen a follow-through day, confirmation of a new uptrend. The term follow-through day, it's I think it was coined by Investors Business Daily. I learned to recognize one during the 12 years I spent at that excellent organization. But we still have not seen a follow-through day. We are 11 days into a rally attempt for the S&P 500. We are 9 days into a rally attempt for the NASDAQ. Let's pull up a chart for the NASDAQ here and see what we're looking like. Similar chart for the S&P 500. See the NASDAQ is also trading above its 50-day moving average. Normally, when a stock or index falls below the 50-day and then it starts to work its way higher, it's typical to see the 50-day line turn into some resistance. But the bottom line is there just aren't any sellers around in this market, not yet anyway. So both the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are above their 50-day lines again. For the NASDAQ, the next area of resistance will be the 28 35 level. That's right in this area here. So for now, the market tide is flowing positive. I've talked about the number of healthy setups that are out there. There have been some decent technical breakouts in the market. There have also been plenty of cases of stocks finding support at their 50-day moving average. If you're looking at a weekly chart, you'll see plenty of instances of stocks finding support at the 10-week moving average. So plenty of compelling technical setups out there. Of course, the main issue that everybody's talking about is the lack of volume. I mean, right now, with about 50 minutes left to go in Thursday's session, we have volume on the New York Stock Exchange tracking lower than Wednesday's levels. Volume on the NASDAQ was tracking higher by about 5 or 6%. That looks like it could come in close to Wednesday's levels as well. NASDAQ volume yesterday totaled 1.8 billion shares, below average. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange yesterday was just over 900 million shares. So we're in the summertime, not much volume in the market. General rule of thumb is that when an index is going up in light volume, when a stock is going up in light volume, and there's not a lot of conviction, typically it sets the stage for it makes for a weak foundation, first of all, and then no one would be surprised to see some selling come in, some profit taking over the next couple of weeks. It may or may not happen. My hope is that if we do start to come in, it's going to be in light volume. We don't want to see low volume rallies followed up by higher volume declines. We don't want to see all of these technically healthy stocks out there suddenly start to break down in coming weeks. So a pullback is okay, but we'd like to see that in light volume. We don't want to see a lot of conviction behind the selling. We'd like to see recent breakouts come down to support, find support, start working their way higher again. I think there's a possibility for that happening. Taking a look at gold, gold is down. Gold for August delivery down 0.5% to $1,502.80 an ounce. Oil up 3 days in a row now, up slightly 65 cents to 95.42 a barrel. That's up 0.7% or so. So a 3-day winning streak for oil, but still a very palatable $95.42 a barrel. I've just been thinking about between now and the end of the year, if we can keep oil prices generally where they are, this is really almost a form of stimulus in and of itself. Lower oil prices, lower gas prices at the pump, putting more money in consumers' pockets. Still seeing a lot of decent action among retailers. I think they can continue to do well between now and the end of the year, assuming that oil prices behave themselves and gasoline prices eventually come down, which I think there's a good chance of that happening. Bonds have sure been under a lot of pressure in recent days. That makes sense. Money flowing into the stock market, money coming out of the bond market. Let's take a look at the TLT. That's a popular ETF, the Barclays Capital 20-plus Treasury, 20-plus year Treasury bond fund, the TLT, I should say, down now for 5 straight days, close to its session high today. It's only down about a penny at this point to $94.24. But boy, this thing was really going gangbusters for a while. But a 5-session losing streak. A lot of volume behind this decline too. So for people that are bullish on stocks here, the heavy volume behind the decline in the TLT recently says that this is broken for now, and it could take some time to repair. So again, my take on the general market, day 9 of a rally attempt for the NASDAQ, still no follow-through day. We're day 11 of a rally attempt for the S&P 500 that started back on June 16th. Still no follow-through here either. So clearly the market tide is flowing positive. This is a good thing. People are making money. A lot of growth stocks are going up. It hasn't just been one low-volume breakout after another. There have been some instances where there's been some pretty good volume behind recent breakouts, so that's compelling. And again, from here, we're just going to continue to ride the market tide as long as possible. And when we do start to see some selling come into the market, let's hope that there's not a lot of conviction behind the selling, and hope that volume remains light if we do see some selling in the near term. Taking a look at some economic news today. weekly jobless claims. Not a great number, frankly. They edged lower to 428,000 from 429,000 last week. That's really not enough. I mean, the economists were looking for a bigger drop to 420,000. Clearly, the market is not concerned about this disappointing jobless claims number, looking at the way it's reacting today. I think what trumped a weaker than expected reading in jobless claims was an excellent reading from the Chicago Purchasing Managers Index. That rose unexpectedly to 61.1 from 56.6 last month. Economists were expecting a drop to 54, so it came in well above expectations. And, when you get a reading like this after week after week after week of disappointing manufacturing data, the market definitely liked seeing this number. Tomorrow we've got another very important reading on manufacturing. The ISM Manufacturing Index, economists are expecting a decline there to 53.1 from 53.5 in May. So hopefully we'll get a surprise, a good upside surprise from the Institute for Supply Management Manufacturing Index. That comes out tomorrow morning. The U.S. Senate canceled its July 4th recess to continue work on legislation to raise the debt ceiling. Lawmakers must raise the nation's $14.3 trillion legal borrowing limit because, according to the Treasury Department, says that on August 2nd it's going to run out of money to pay the nation's bills. So there will be a resolution to this debt ceiling. There's a lot of posturing going on between Democrats and Republicans, but I don't see any no question at all that the debt ceiling will be raised and life will go on. In earnings news, Schnitzer Steel, this is somewhat of a laggard stock, but it did report earnings today. Pretty good top-line growth at Schnitzer Steel, ticker SCHN on the NASDAQ. Shares were recently up about 1% to 56.94. Good sales growth at Schnitzer Steel, again up 39% year over year to $981 million. Let's pull up I think I have a weekly chart saved here of Schnitzer Steel. There it is. Take a quick look at Schnitzer, and you can see that this stock, to me, does not have the look of a leader. With so many stocks out there trading close to highs and really flexing their muscle in the market. Remember, in the early stages of a market uptrend, you want to be looking at stocks that are showing relative price strength in their industry group. Schnitzer Steel, even though the numbers were pretty good today and the stock is actually having a pretty good week, up at this point almost 9% for the week. It's still pretty far off its high, a laggard stock, and not the type of stock that I target for ultimate growth stocks, but decent top line growth at Schnitzer Steel earlier this morning. Also, take a look at shares of Monsanto real quick. I'll pull up a chart of Monsanto before we head into break here. Monsanto's having a pretty good day. Shares were recently up 3% to 72.33 after J.P. Morgan raised its earnings estimate for 2012. When we come back, we'll take a look at some breakout stocks, some growth stocks that are moving today. A lot of action in the market today, folks. We'll be right back.
Tiger University's Tiger Trading Tracks is your blueprint to building a solid foundation of comprehensive trading tools. An in-depth educational program, Tiger Trading Tracks features a step-by-step process for understanding the markets and creating success strategies for your trading. The Tiger Trading Track journey will prepare you to adapt and develop a personal trading and investing strategy that will perform best for you. While you can't control the markets you trade, a Tiger Trading Tracks education will allow you to understand your personal trading and investing needs and what markets are best suited for you. Now is the time for you to travel your path to financial independence. Follow your Tiger Trading Track to trading and investment success. Go to tigeruniversity.com and click on Tiger Trading Track in the navigation bar. Choose the course that most interests you and begin your education today.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of tfnn.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC. Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks, to Breakout Investing. Ken Shreve with you for the next 35 minutes or so. Wanted to take a look at some movers during today's market. Taking a look at Agilent Technologies. Shares were recently higher by a little over 1% to 51.18. This is a high-quality company. Provides bioanalytical and electronic measurement solutions to the communications, electronics, life sciences, and chemical analysis industries. I really like the base that is setting up here. Has not broken out yet, but technically looks very solid, if indeed we are in the early stages of a meaningful uptrend here. This is a good one to watch for a potential breakout. Now, I talked about the fact that the S&P 500 up 8 out of the past 11 trading sessions. The NASDAQ up 7 out of the past 9 trading sessions. No one would be surprised to see a little bit of profit taking at some point. But in a base like this that Agilent Technologies is forming, what happens is that as the stock starts to build the right side of its base and it starts to retest its former high, in Agilent's case that would be a prior high of 55.33, sometimes what a stock will do is it will stop and then it will start to drift lower, and the last remaining sellers get shaken out of the stock. So if we do see some profit taking, not only in Agilent but in the broad market, it's possible that we could see this type of chart action, which actually is perfectly healthy and is usually the final step before a stock breaks out. So Agilent is a high-quality company. It's not a it's not a super speculative small cap. It has a market cap of close to $18 billion. Good bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters. Pretty good growth prospects. High return on equity has a lot of characteristics I like to see. So Agilent having a pretty good day today, and it's setting up nicely. Also wanted to take a look at MercadoLibre. This is a stock that we have talked about on the show before. It is a classic growth stock, excellent technology that has been driving bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters. MercadoLibre, based in Argentina. It is an ADR. The company hosts online commerce and payment platforms in Latin America. Earlier today, ThinkEquity came out and said that recent weakness in the stock is a buying opportunity. That remains to be seen, frankly. Earlier this week, Piper Jaffray said that Amazon launching a digital-only service in Brazil over the next year will not have a material impact on MercadoLibre's fundamentals for several years. So MercadoLibre shares were recently trading up 4.5%, outperforming the market nicely today to around 78.52. This is another example of a base building stock. Now, what we see with MercadoLibre is that the stock recently firmed up at its 40-week moving average. That's this line right here. So it is starting to tighten up at the bottom of the base, and what it needs to start doing is start to retest its former high. So this is a stock that, some people are going to be in there buying. They're doing it today, of course, with the stock up about 4.5% or so. But to me, this is too early. I'd like to see MercadoLibre start to work on the right side of its base. I really need to see the stock prove itself more. But MercadoLibre has got a lot going for it in terms of growth. Full year earnings this year supposed to rise 27% from 2010. Next year, annual earnings are supposed to be up 34%. So it is a high multiple stock. Still has to do more work though to complete the base. Moving on, let's take a look at PriceSmart. I really think that retail can continue to do well for the rest of the year, especially since I believe that oil prices have a good chance of staying relatively contained between now and the end of the year. So we'll take a look at PriceSmart. This is a company basically like a Costco. It has made a big run in recent months, but the company is expected to report earnings next week. Shares were up about 2% today to 51.11. Again, reporting earnings next week. Earnings expected to be up 15%, with sales up 12% to $390.6 million. This is just a good example of a recent technical breakout and then support at the 10-week moving average. So I think that PriceSmart is still very technically quite healthy here. It recently cleared resistance at 47.80. That's right in this area here. So I kind of feel like you'd be chasing the stock right here, buying ahead of earnings, but it is just one of those strong price performers in the market. Another good example of a retail stock that is clearly working in this market. And in fact, the stock that I bought today for my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio hailed from the retail sector. So quickly, let's take a look at FEI company. This is another stock that's looking pretty strong here. FEI company, that's FEIC on the NASDAQ, stock that technically looks strong. You can see a good breakout in this area here, support at the 10-week moving average. This is a technically healthy stock. We'll be right back, folks.
Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
Now we have our winner, William Lorman from Wilmington, Mass. William, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Hi, Tom. Thank you very much.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh, we've got Jason Spears. Congratulations. You are the winner of the Great Panther Silver Giveaway here at TFNN. I'm so pleased you called in. Made my day.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins.
Right now, we have our winner, Joe Picararo from Wakefield, Mass. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Hey, long-term fan. Listened a long time. So, yeah, big fan.
I know that voice, man. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, man.
Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway. TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is an international gold mining company with 2 producing mines in the world's most prolific gold mining areas, the Hollister Gold Mine on the Carlin Trend in Nevada and the Burnstone Gold Mine in the Wits Basin in South Africa. The Burnstone Mine is a low-cost, long-life, shallow mine that is a company builder, and the Hollister Mine is one of the world's highest-grade ore bodies being mined today. Burnstone offers a huge re-rating potential by producing in the 4th quarter, and Hollister represents a tremendous and very exciting exploration opportunity. With annual production of 165,000 ounces of gold in 2010, 260,000 in 2011, and 330,000 ounces of gold in 2012, Great Basin is poised to become a leading mid-tier gold producer. Great Basin Gold has resources of over 13 million ounces, exceptional organic growth potential at its current mines, and greenfield operations in Tanzania and Mozambique. Great Basin has strong management and a commitment to deliver exceptional value and cash flow to its shareholders while acting responsibly toward its surrounding communities. To find out more about Great Basin Gold, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the American Stock Exchange, symbol GBG.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. That is the number to use to get through. Ask me a question about any stocks on your mind or what's going on with this market. 877-927-6648. Just put up a chart of eBay here. Stock is having a good day, up about 5% today to 32.34 after a huge gain yesterday. Earlier today, Citigroup and Bank of America Merrill Lynch upgraded the stock to buy following a ruling from the Fed yesterday on interchange fees that will not regulate eBay's PayPal service as a payment network. So that's good news financially for eBay, and the stock is benefiting as a result. Speaking of that Fed ruling on interchange fees, let's take a look at MasterCard, because we mentioned MasterCard on Tuesday's show after the stock was upgraded by an analyst. I forgot who it was at this point, but see, MasterCard had a huge breakout yesterday after, again, this interchange ruling by the Fed. MasterCard is taking a hit today, falling about 2.5% to 301.90, but shares were up huge yesterday, about 11% or so after the Fed lifted its planned cap on debit card swipe fees that banks charge retailers to 21 cents from 10 cents. So that's good news for both Visa and MasterCard. We talked before we went into break about FEI company. That's ticker FEIC on the NASDAQ. And I want to pull up that chart again because I kind of gave it short Shreve in the last segment, but I talked about FEI companies, good solid breakout several weeks ago, and then it came down to its 10-week moving average. Now you can see it came down to that 10-week line in quite a lot of volume. Hasn't been a lot of upside buy volume in recent days, but it is starting to firm up nicely at the 10-week moving average, which is what you want to see after a breakout. So this is a stock that could still work in this market environment if the market really is intent on going higher from here. What does FEI do? Well, they're a company that makes electronic microscopes and ion beam systems for the semiconductor, data storage, related industries, automobiles, aerospace, forensics. They're in a variety of industries, but very unique company here, FEI Corporation, and the company has a market cap of $1.5 billion, so it is a small cap name. But again, that is where some of your best prospects are going to come from in this market. Sales growth has been accelerating at FEI in recent quarters. That's something you'll hear me talk about a lot. So FEI is another interesting company in this market. Also wanted to take a look at ISRG, but before we do that, let me go to Dominic, who we talked to on Tuesday. Dominic from Fort Worth, Texas. How's it going, Dominic?
Hey, greetings, Ken. Greetings. I was calling, first of all, to ask about two IPOs. First being the Russian Google, YNDX, and the other being TAOM, Chinese IPO. I just wanted to get your thoughts on both of those.
Okay, so Yandex came public about 4 or 5 weeks ago. They're basically they do what Google does in Russia. There is a story of this is not as speculative a stock, Dominic, as some might say it is, because it does have a good track record of earnings and sales growth. It is highly profitable. So I like this stock. I always tell people with IPOs I'd like to see them develop a trading personality before I buy. So after several weeks, you do have a base that is forming here. Now, its first day of trading, it hit a high of 42.01, so that's sort of the resistance level now. Shares are trading around $35 or so. So as far as the IPO, this thing priced at 25, it's trading well above its offering price. I like business prospects at Yandex. I think it's a good solid company. The other one you were asking about, I didn't get the ticker symbol.
Sure. It's TAOM. TAOM. It's a Chinese IPO.
Gaming software gaming company. I'm not familiar with this one. Currently trading around $10.30 a share, but has actually performed pretty well. I got to run, Dominic. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Time in the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. Ken Shreve with you, Breakout Investing. Appreciate the call from Dominic in Fort Worth. He had a question about a couple of IPOs. One was Yandex, YNDX on the NASDAQ. That's a Russian search firm. Highly profitable, good bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters. Like the company a lot. I'm just going to see if it can form a good base, and then if it does, then we could get a good entry point with Yandex. But it's still a little early in the game there for me. Then Dominic asked about another interesting small cap name from China. Now, there's been a lot of selling in a lot of China technology names. Baidu has been coming back nicely in recent weeks, but this is an IPO that sort of got by me, but it is an interesting company. It is small, which makes it more speculative. It has a market cap of about $380 million. Recently trading around $10.29. That's above its where it priced at $9 a share. But Taomi Holdings, that's T-A-O-M-E-E, Taomi Holdings trades under the ticker TAOM on the NASDAQ. It's a software gaming company. Basically, they provide an online entertainment community for children in China. But just looking at recent quarterly results, good bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters. Return on equity is high. So fundamentally, it seems to have a lot of positive qualities. My main issue is the market cap, again around $380 million, and it's a $10 stock. But been trading now for close to 4 weeks, and it's up near its high. So this is an interesting IPO that I wasn't familiar with. Okay, let's take a look at Intuitive Surgical, another stock that has really caught a bid as well in recent days. Take a look at ISRG on the NASDAQ. This is a high-quality company. Shares were recently trading higher by about 2% or so to 375.34 was the last check, getting pretty close to a prior high of 377.84. What you have with Intuitive Surgical, though, and this is sort of a concern among a lot of stocks I have in the market right now, are 9 out of the past 10 days up in price, but volume only above average one time. So it has been in rally mode over the past 10 days, but just not a lot of volume behind that move. That said, it does look poised to retest its prior high of 377.84. So this is another example of a potential breakout in the works. Quick check on the markets here. Let's see where we're at. The Dow is up. Looks like we're strengthening The close here a little bit. Dow up 160 points, 1.3% to 12,421. The Nasdaq up 35 points, 1.3% to 2776, and the S&P 500 up 14.5 points, 1.1% to 1322. Now, we talked about the volume. Right now, it looks like volume is going to come in very close to what it was Wednesday, about 1.8, 1.9 billion shares. Volume seems to be getting lighter in the Nasdaq as we're getting stronger. So that's not the best of signs, but we'll see where we end up. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange tracking quite a bit lower than Wednesday, about 10% lower at this point. So once again, a big rally in the market, but not a lot of conviction behind the buying. But that's really has been the case now for several days, and there have been a lot of great buying opportunities out there as well. All right, wanted to take a look at Cognex. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this name on the show in recent days, but Cognex is an interesting company. Shares were recently trading around 35, 32, up close to 2%, so another day of outperformance for Cognex. The company makes machine vision products that capture and analyze visual information to automate tasks, primarily in the manufacturing industry. You can see here I drew a descending trend line in Cognex, and it actually broke out above this trend line today, so that is a positive development. You see a stock that gapped up huge several weeks ago, and then it came down to its 50-day moving average, found support. So another stock that is setting up here for a potential move higher. Cognex, an interesting company. They have a interesting technology. They again, I just told you what they did, and Cognex has a market cap of $1.5 billion. So it's another small cap name. Sales growth decelerating a little bit in recent quarters, but still I consider a pretty high-quality small-cap name that technically looks quite healthy. Moving on to Salesforce.com. Everybody knows this name. Salesforce.com is still interesting here despite a huge price move. It's getting close to a possible swing point of 153.99. Salesforce, of course, is a provider of customer relationship management software. Shares recently trading around 149.11, up 2% on the day. The main issue I have with Salesforce right now is that this is a stock that since the start of the bull in March 2009, it's up 340% or so, okay, since the start of the bull market. So we're in the third year of the bull market here. I think there's an argument that can be made that perhaps a lot of good news could be priced into Salesforce.com. That being said, you can't argue with the company's fundamentals. Growth prospects are still pretty bright here. It is an expensive stock valuation-wise, and technically it does look strong. So shares recently trading around 149.40, not that far off a possible swing point of 153.99. So if this market decides to make a continued upward move, Salesforce is another candidate for a technical breakout. So that's a look at Salesforce.com, and we can also take a look at Carbo Ceramics, CRR. Just kind of putting together a watch list here. Carbo Ceramics, I know this is a name I've mentioned in the past. They're involved in fracturing, where in natural gas and oil wells, where a combination of water and sand and chemicals are blasted down. It fractures shale to allow oil and natural gas to flow more freely in the well. And Carbo Ceramics makes ceramic proppants that are used in the fracturing process. Shares were recently trading up 1.7% to 163.50, getting pretty close to a swing point of 169.34. Another stock that has made a big price move, but technically it's just flexing its muscle here, saying, I want to go higher. Folks, don't forget to check out the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway. You win a free silver coin every day. You just have to go register right on the homepage of TFNN.com. We'll be right back, folks.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the opening call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his opening call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his opening call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the opening call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You know, there's a stock out there today that is underperforming the market dramatically, and I think that technically it's starting to really look weak. So I just wanted to give a heads up and talk about CF Industries. This is a company. There are a lot of fans of CF Industries, and I know there are still a lot of fans of the fertilizer stocks out there. And when you look at recent bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters for CF Industries, a lot of people say, how can you bet against a company that is growing as quickly as CF Industries is and has the institutional sponsorship that it has? But the stock is underperforming pretty dramatically today, down about 4.5% to 142.60. I really don't like the price action in its weekly chart at all. It looks to me like institutional investors are slowly but surely starting to sell this stock. It is still holding above its 40-week moving average, so it hasn't broken down yet, but just recent price and volume in the stock. It was a stock that went for a technical breakout about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and boy, did that breakout really run into trouble almost immediately. And the reason for the weakness today, there were 2 reports that came out from the U.S. Department of Agriculture earlier today. One estimated that U.S. farmers planted just over 92 million acres of corn this spring, up 1.7% from an earlier estimate. That should actually be good news, but then there was another report that came out that put U.S. corn inventories as of June 1st at 3.67 billion bushels, down 15% from a year ago, but well above what was expected. So that could be what's causing the selling pressure in CF Industries today. But just a heads up, I know I talk a lot about stocks that are showing healthy technical action that could be, preceding higher prices, but CF Industries is a weekly chart to me right now that looks like it's in a little bit of trouble. It's still too early to call it a breakdown because, again, it is still holding above its 40-week moving average, but it's just not looking real solid at this point. I just wanted to also just give you an idea. I talk about Ultimate Growth Stocks, my new newsletter that launched at tfnn.com about 7 weeks ago. I keep a model portfolio. I do updates, weekly updates every Tuesday, and I send out email buy alerts and sell alerts in between. I've made about 8 new initiations over the past 7 weeks or so, and obviously been very happy with the performance of the model portfolio up to this point. I basically use a combination of fundamental and technical analysis when evaluating a stock. So I don't buy just technically healthy stocks that I think are poised to run higher. I make sure that there's a fundamental story there. I make sure that there's good bottom line and top line growth in recent quarters, a good record of annual earnings growth. I like to see high return on equity. I like to see solid institutional sponsorship because really the main driver of a stock's price is institutional buying. So I try to really, buy when institutional investors are buying, and when I get a good profit in a stock, then I will look for signs of institutional selling to tell me when to take full or partial profits. So I use fundamental and technical analysis to evaluate a stock. I really only target the strongest price performers in an industry group. In other words, I'm not really interested in stocks that are 20, 30, 40% off their highs. I look for strong performing stocks that I think have a good chance of continuing to be strong performers, and that generally means looking at the stocks with top fundamentals in an industry group that are the leading price performers. I'm not afraid to buy high multiple stocks so long as there is a real growth story going on. There are some of my biggest winners have been high multiple stocks that have continued to enjoy multiple expansion because earnings and sales growth has been ramping up so materially. So that'll do it for today's show. I want to wish everybody a very happy holiday weekend. 4th of July is on Monday. The stock market will be closed. We do have the jobs report coming up next Friday. That will be a market